shown evidence, in brackets, evidence of this so-called video being removed.
Yes, I did. You're quite right.
I removed myself because the police asked me to.
Yeah.
Who's Bunda's sagging Bunda?
I don't know.
Oh well, Jodie's blocked them, so I'll trust Jodie, whatever she wants to do in it. Where did I get to, Ree?
Oh God. You're saying about my money's gone.
No, I've completely lost where I was. I was on a flow then. Yeah, like if everybody had seen Miss Baguette. So Miss Baguette's put out some evidence, supposed evidence, of my video being removed. No, that did not happen.
Yes, it literally did.
I took my video down because the police asked me to, right? So the evidence that she's showing you, again, and this is why you've got to watch people like that from Comment Caf.
Personally, I think you've got to watch people who say that they're going to pretend to kidnap their niece, but hey, I guess we're different people, and I couldn't be more glad about that.
About the police removing... thank you, Sammy. Hang on, Rock Your Crocs. Tam, is that you? Yes, it's me. Yeah, so again, this is where people need to understand that the trolls are trolls, and they are born liars, and they will manipulate a situation to make you look bad.
Are you confessing that you're a troll, Tam? Because you've completely manipulated this situation, whereby you said that you had planned to kidnap your niece, and now you're manipulating it to make it look like it was hypothetical. However, I've got all of the videos, Tam. We know that's not the case.
Now, she has put up this evidence, screenshot of her getting my videos removed. Now, if you go onto this profile right now, you'll see the videos have been put back up.
No, they haven't. What are you lying for?
But not the main video where I had asked for the opinions.
Yes, exactly. Because TikTok found violations and they removed it.
Whatever, that made the very first video, I took that down. So she's lying, and she's going to consistently lie about it, like she's lied about everything else.
Didn't lie about you using disgusting ableist language, did I, Tam?
I think Linz is a retard, okay? It's a medical term, look it up.
I wasn't lying about you making unnecessary videos, looking at the camera 3 times within how many seconds while you're driving. And let's not forget about you platforming and laughing about this.
Hear me, Tam?
Yeah.
So didn't Angie say she wanted a bit of excitement?
Yeah, she did.
Let's just say that all of her details have now been published on a very bad page on the dark web.
Oh.
Including a very active chat.
Oh, darling.
And a lot of her details, including her neighbours from W9, are also
darling.
ready to go pay her a little visit.
Oh, dear.
So,
Oh, well.
There's a lady claiming to be your friend, the manager on duty right now. Her name's Tammy Topazio. Are you aware of her?
No, I've never heard of it, my love.
Nor was I the one claiming to be friends with the manager of the Harvester. That was you, but you know, we move.
Like, you cannot sit there and trust these people. They don't know me from Adam. They literally hang off every single word that you say and wait for an opportunity to jump on you.
Yeah.
I personally don't agree with it. All like most, as you know. Like, am I supposed to sit here after hours and hours of lives yesterday and absolutely say nothing? No. Tammy, listen, you know what can happen on social media because you're hunting, ignore the haters. Exactly, Donna. But that again, I'll hold my hands up. Donna is right in what she said. I do know what's happening, but then I should have also known that it was going to be twisted, right? That is a fact. I should have known that. It was going to be twisted. People were going to hang off everything I said, the plan. I've come up with a plan. Now, obviously, when I was talking to my friend, in the car, we were talking about, I actually showed him some videos. I said that, didn't I? In one of the videos, I just shown them some videos of the experiments. So, like, obviously in these experiments, the children aren't bloody getting actually fucking kidnapped. So they're not full on getting kidnapped. yeah, they're being led away from parks or whatever with silly things like sweets and dogs and puppies and...
Sweets and dogs and puppies, so not blindfolds or being bundled into a car by a strange man, okay?
That and I said this in one of the videos. If you watch the videos again that have been thankfully put back by TikTok, liar.
Pants on fire.
You'll see that I explained this. Like, obviously, when I was heated, I was being dramatic. There was no real. I was not really going to do what you thought I was going to do, or what everyone thinks that I was going to do. So I've come up with a plan. I've got a very good friend, Albanian friend.
Objection, relevance.
And I've decided the next time my sister lets her out this week, my sister's going to let me know. I'm going to track her down using her snap. And I'm going to get my elbow mate to kidnap her.
But you definitely haven't planned this to bring it into real world action, had you? No, not at all.
Like, obviously, I'm not that fucking horrible for a start. My thing was, what I should have said was, is it extreme to ask... like, I don't know, a friend or whatever, to attempt to try and, you know, lead your child away from a safe area or what you believe to be a safe area. No, it's, you know, was that extreme? I know I should have explained it in the video, but I didn't explain it because I was heated. You know, I didn't explain it because I was having a rant. I didn't think for 1 second, I should have known this. I didn't think for 1 second it was going to spiral out of control the way that it did. And it has. You know, once I am one of them people that when I blow up and I calm down when I calm down. So, you know, when I blow up, you're going to get an extreme version of me. And that's not just me, that's all human beings. So quite why I'm being targeted, well, we know why I'm being targeted, because I've accumulated a lot of fucking haters from the hunting days. And further than that, I've now got, what about causing unnecessary trauma? Trauma to who? Who got kidnapped, Lou? And this is what I mean. I'm sorry, but you've got to go. Can someone remove her, please? And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not... You're talking like someone got kidnapped. Nobody got kidnapped. Why is anyone unnecessarily traumatised? Do you actually understand what trauma means? I'm being real now. Does anyone actually understand how you obtain a trauma? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to get a trauma by someone fucking talking to you about something on TikTok. You can relive your own trauma. But if you're saying that you're traumatised by somebody that's said something on a screen, like, if you're being bullied, obviously you're going to get trauma, yeah? That's a real thing. There's no getting around that. But if you're traumatised by a person saying something that wasn't directed at you on the internet, there's something wrong with you. That's not my problem.
Literally shaming people who experience trauma and your mates agreeing with you. God, you're amazing people.
Exactly.
That's not my problem. I don't know why people want me to be fake about this and say, well, you know, oh, I understand this and I understand that I've traumatised people. No, I'm sorry. I honestly believe that that the people that are joining in on this bandwagon are doing it on purpose to... 13 was actually abducted and it's ruined her life. Why say it? Are you for real? Yeah, I don't believe you. You're getting blocked.
So someone in her chat has opened up and said that her daughter at 13 was abducted and ruined her life. And Tam's response to that is to say that she's lying and to block her. This is the person that some of you are defending. Someone who literally tells their story of how their daughter was a victim and she says that they're lying. Like, you are disgusting. And you'll notice that not a single one of these absolute blockheads in the chat have objected to her saying that a victim is lying. Actually despicable, Tam.
I don't believe you, because I've had several people that have suffered kidnapping that understood where I was coming from.
I mean, it's almost like every single victim is going to act the exact same way and have the exact same thoughts about things, isn't it? Fuck. I thought you were studying criminology.
Like I said, I'm being targeted because it's been taken out of context. And anyone that wants to come on and start a problem is going to get blocked from now on.
Yeah, good.
I'm not entertaining it. I'm not. I'm sorry for your child that got kidnapped, but that's not my problem.
Good morning, my Tam. Morning, Ray. Right.
Morning, Donna. How are you?
Hiya, sweetheart. To all you people in the box down there that are saying you shouldn't have said, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't. No, she shouldn't, and she's admitted that. However, what you need to understand is if your son, daughter, niece, nephew, God forbid something should happen to them, the trauma that they face is immense. You can never imagine that. The night sweats, the waking up with the terrors, the smell of something that triggers them off. So I would rather that someone did that to my child rather than my child be taken away, life ended, and the most horrific things done to her. Wake up to social media. This isn't a life and a joke party on here. There's some serious, sad people on there that hunt our children.
They really are. And to be, Donna, I mean, it's fair to say that me and you have only spoken a couple of times. You don't know me from Adam. So the fact that even you know what I was getting at, all right, I was a bit dramatic about it, and I shouldn't have said the words that I said, but I didn't actually mean that I was going to fucking get my niece dragged out of a park, blindfolded, and put in the back of the car. Like that was all for me, dark humour. Like that was my way of dealing with the situation at hand. But I was asking for people to talk about social experiments. That's what I was trying to get at. It didn't come out the right way. It didn't come out how I wanted it to. And I do think that people should test their children. I do. I think.
Go on.
No, I just think that these social experiments that you can see on YouTube, I don't think they're a bad idea. And I am still asking, is it an extreme thing to do? Like, I don't see how it is. If your child isn't being bundled in the back of a car or being absolutely snatched, that's going to be traumatic. That's where the trauma is going to be relevant. But if you get a stranger to walk up to your child and ask them, oh, look, I've got a puppy in the back of the car, do you want to see? Like that sort of thing. And your child goes with it. And then at the end of that walk, you're the parent are there. And what you're saying to your child, why have you done that? Like, I don't think that's a bad lesson to learn. I think that is going to shock a child straight away into thinking, oh, my God, like that, I didn't even think. Do you know what I mean?
But I agree with you, Tam. I'm 100% behind you. And I also think, the schools are quick to educate sex education, but they don't educate stranger danger. And I think that this is something that needs to be done on an education level. And it doesn't necessarily, I see a post someone put up, oh, yeah, but, we have to tell children in schools that they can protect teachers and doctors and dentists. Are you mad? Do you watch social media where teachers are doing things to children? Come on, people. Your children, you gave birth to your children. They are part of you. They're your be-all and your end-all. And you should, as a parent, an auntie and uncle, do whatever is in your power to protect your child. I'm telling you now, if Tam was my child's aunt, I'd be patting her on the back and say, let's go for it, girl, because she's protecting my child.
I'm not allowed to say too much now, because the one thing that me and my sister have agreed is that because of how extreme it went, she doesn't want me to continue talking about our family. My family are petrified of social media, and it's because of situations like this. It is like I said, my words are my bad. Like, I was letting off steam. Everyone got it. Most people got it. There are now hundreds of thousands of people that believe that I was going to bundle and blindfold my niece and put her in the back of the car. And obviously, or something that I didn't even know is apparently Albanians are supposed to be connected to kidnapping. Well, I don't know that. Like, that's not what I was talking about.
Tam, the thing is, you've got a mark on your back now, darling. You're never going to do right for wrong. Everything you say is going to get twisted up. 100%. I'm a social worker, and I'm also quite a real parent. I once thought about getting a tarantula to help, maybe as a pet, that I would handle, but I just thought that the familiarity might help my kids not be so scared of spiders. Does that make me a bad parent?
There's a big fucking difference in getting a pet tarantula and planning to kidnap your niece. I don't believe that you're a social worker, but if you are, fuck me. You need striking off.
That's what they do, actually. My uncle, who is a police officer in Kent Police, by the way, my uncle actually has arachnophobia, and he paid for like specialist therapists, and they gave him spiders in jars. Like, I don't think they were live. I think they were might have possibly been
this is it. Like you're gonna. And I don't want to keep seeing you getting down these awful rabbit holes where you're having to defend yourself. But I'm afraid, my love, that
I know,
you really are. This is how it's going to be for you, and I need you to look after yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I was annoyed because I felt that Angie yesterday was really twisting it up and really making this a bigger thing, and Red didn't once say, or sort of kind of like even play devil's advocate or even sort of counterbalance it. She just sat there and listened, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, Angie, you are ridiculous. You're making this sound like something that it's just not, and people the world is a different place. Huh?
I mean, in the beginning, I'm not angry at Ange because we have settled our differences, yeah.
Tam, you are wronging.
But yesterday, Ange did start off like with agreement. She must be trolling. It must be dark humour, and it was dark humour. It was stupid humour, actually. And then I think because of the pressure, because of the amount of people that were going absolutely psychotic over it, like, I think that's where it changed, but I don't hold that against her. Social media is really hard. Like, you can't do right for doing wrong. And one of my biggest issues is that I am a true friend to Miss Red. And I'm going to continue to be a true friend to Miss Red because I like her as a person. I know what she is and I know who she is.
What'll I do when you are far away?
If you don't like her, that's absolutely fine. But don't try and push me into not being friends with someone because you don't like them.
See, I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying I think she could have done a little bit more to sort of back you up in there, that's all.
I think what you've got to understand with Ange is she has mental health issues. So when people go at her, she will tend to side over just for a quiet life and go quiet. So you have to understand that with Ange. I mean, she does like Tam.
Tam, you are wronging.
Her and Tam have sealed their differences and they've got respect for each other now. But, you know, I also think that the host of the person, if you're doing a hosting and you've got people in boxes talking, that person should say, right, hang on, no disrespect. Tam is my friend. Please do not have this conversation in here. If you're going to have that conversation, go into Tam's box and have it with Tam.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm just removing some of these accounts.
Moving forward, I just worry, like, I think you need... I know that you're very much a very independent, fierce lady, and you're going to say, no way am I leaving the app. But you have got to put yourself and your children first. And I just think...
Can I ask you a question as a social worker, your professional opinion?
Yeah.
Did you look at that video yesterday and take it seriously and think I was going to kidnap my
No,
niece?
Not at all.
Thank you.
Not at all. I was just like, this is a parent this is a person who is really thinking hard.
Yeah.
How can I make this kid understand
and
learn and be safe moving forward?
And that's how I know you're telling the truth. Because you know what? 3 officers, 3 DCs, detective constables, have said the exact same thing in those words that you just said.
Oh, really?
So...
Oh, Lynn's
they did.
Piss off, like.
Right, let me tell you a serious thing.
You can report me, Lynn's. Report me. Social workers, funny enough, are allowed to have a view.
Yeah.
I've been a social worker for nearly 10 years in frontline children's services. I know what I'm talking about, my love.
So let me tell you a scenario. My daughter, she's 32 now, was 13. And she was with her mates, and you know what, kid, past the restaurant, I'm not going to give the ethnicity of these people, but she went past the restaurant, and one of the men was smoking, and she said to the man, "Cool, can I have a cigarette?" She's 13, right? So the man said, "Sure, come here." So she went round the corner, he pinned her up, and he started touching her inappropriately. I'm sitting around a friend's house, and my friend's daughter's come who was with her. I am not going to lie to you now. I got a piece of 2x2. I went to the restaurant and they arrested me. Not one police officer said to me, "That was very naughty. We wouldn't have done that." They said, "You have to abide by the law, but you've only done what most parents would do."
Yeah.
And the man went and left the country and didn't get arrested because he had got a visa and his visa was running out.
Oh, my God.
I know. Gloria, I'll see you. You know what? I need to pick up on this comment because it's a fucking good comment and it's a fair comment. And this is what people, again, everyone's running around like Tam you're going at people having opinions. No, I'm going at people that I've seen attacking me. There's a big difference. Yeah, but what Shiona said, and then this is what I want. I wanted to ignite this conversation, but it's my own fault for the way I said it. I'm not going to fucking sit here and make out like I didn't say it or like I didn't fucking cause this trouble myself. I did cause the trouble by fucking, it's exactly the sort of comment that I was looking for. What happens if it doesn't work? Shona, that's what Shona said. What happens if it doesn't work? Well, I don't know, and this is why I wanted to have this conversation. I was practically begging for mums that have got teenagers or someone professional like Roxy Crocs now, like to give me some sort of thing. But do you know what come out of it? And this is why I'm going to say it now, because there's so many people in here now. I have actually, I've had such a good evening with Kent Police that I couldn't actually fault them. And I've always said this in the hunting, the child protection team, the polit team, those people are completely different to your everyday officers. Like, these people were so professional, and I was literally sobbing down the phone to him at one point because he rang me a couple of times to check in on me yesterday. So, like, what they've actually done, the outcome of what's actually happened has done my family a huge favour. Like, my brother-in-law was ringing me up, and all I kept saying to, obviously I'm apologising profusely still over the video, like, and he was like, do you know what, Tam? He said, I don't even know why you're so bothered by these people. He said, what you've done is taken the control or the power out of our hands and put it into the police's, because the police have made my niece, who's very upset with me, obviously, made my niece delete Snapchat. She's deleted Snapchat now. She hasn't got it. Right. So, you know, so in a way, she cannot now, and neither can my kids, because he's coming to speak to my kids as well. But unfortunately, this is another awareness bit that I've got to do. I used some foam in my tyre to plug a hole. You know, I can't remember what it's called, but you put it into your tyre and it stops the puncture. Well, what it doesn't say is you're supposed to take it straight to a garage. So I put that in yesterday, and then not yesterday, day before, sorry, and then yesterday outside the school, my tyre came off the rim. He rang me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm on my way home from the school, the tyre's gone, and he was like, Tammy, just calm down, for God's sake. He was like, I said to him, he's going absolutely mad on TikTok. I've sent over some of the stuff. He's absolutely disgusted. It's just totally unnecessary. But he's going to come and speak to my children as well.
The people that have got your back, darling.
Thanks, Dory. Love you.
You don't need to justify it. We know, we get it. Your tribe and those that get the way you know. I'm from Southend. I'm a very keep it real. I'm a parent. I'm not perfect. I say things I shouldn't. Coming from your job, good luck coming from my job, Lynn. Good luck. Good luck.
Pat, can I mod you up, darling? Is that all right still? Or I'm not sure how you feel about me at the moment.
It's not letting me block anyone.
I just feel you defend yourself mercilessly to the people that are just trolls, and they're not the ones you should be worrying about, darling. You know the ones around you that are real and that get you.
I genuinely had this hyperventilating thought yesterday that I was going to lose my family, like they're going to fucking hate me for this. Like, it was a very emotional day. Like, even now I'm trying not to fucking cry, but it hasn't. It's benefited. It actually has benefited. For the first time ever in history, trolls trying to use the services as a weapon against people have benefited my family, because now I don't have to say to my children, oh, you know, well, you can't because of this, you can't because of that, and my kids going, but everyone else has got it, making me feel really bad, because now I can say, do you know what, if I let you on that app, that police officer's going to come back and I'm going to get nicked. That's exactly what we're saying now to our children. So, and now my niece is safe. I don't have to sit there. I can see my niece's school, from my building, because my building's so tall. I don't have to sit there every day wondering if she is going to get into the right taxi or not. Do you know what I mean? Because she's tagged her own school. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've done me a favour.
It's such a scary world we live in. Like,
as long as you're okay in yourself, because I I don't go live anymore very well. I join boxes occasionally, but I don't go live massively because I find it really overwhelming, the trolling, all right? And I worry about you. I worry, darling.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now I know what you do for...
Go on. Sorry, Sam. Go on.
I was going to say, now I know what you do for a profession. Like, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind having you as part of our team, because there are a lot of things that I still want to do, like awareness-wise. And it's always handy to have somebody that's actually trained to give advice on, like, this new SIM card.
You've had me before. I changed my name. I was Earth Elements. Yeah, I was Earth Elements before. So we have got some history, darling. Don't worry. But it's fine. I get it. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I just say to the people down there that are saying they're going to report Rock, okay, look, I have seen the consequences of what happens when children take their lives due to bullying. I have seen what happens when people are abused due to predators. So please, if you're going to report her, you can now report me for discussing that.
I really wish you hadn't done that, but okay.
Don, we
Just
can't
because-
just say something. You're fucking amazing. Paramedics, like, saved my life, honestly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You're both amazing. Cause I mean, I don't begrudge your jobs, because I've, you know, working in healthcare and being a senior healthcare assistant in the community, like, I've seen both how stressful it is for the paramedics, and Rock your crotch. Honestly, I don't even know how you do your job.
But how we perceive so what do you know what I make of that? What I'd make of that is, if someone had rang that in to where I work, and I was dealing with that, I would have rang you up, Tam, and I'd have been like, "What's going on? What did you say? What's going on?" And I would have gone, "Do you know what? This is a lady that is desperately needing some help or advice about, or suggestions how to manage a kid." That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And we would offer that advice and support.
I mean, I did ring up social services yesterday, because my next fear was going to be they're going to ring social services because they've rung the police. The police are not referring social services. Social services have not got the referral. I recorded the whole conversation. I'm really sorry. I know Rocky Crocs, you lot don't like that, but I do it for protection, because, as you know, for every... Well, this is what I mean. Again, for every one good social worker, you've got 4 bad ones. Do you know what I mean? So I always do believe in protecting yourself. There are so many social workers that are under pressure and therefore don't do their job properly. And there are very few very, very good ones. And I have had the opportunity to meet a couple of good ones, thank God. But I've also had really bad experiences. So, and the trolls know this because they know me from Facebook. The biggest problem of this app at the moment, in my opinion, is Comment Caf. And that's not all of Comment Caf, because some of them are really nice. But there are some that are just out of order. What you did to me yesterday was out of order. Now, you by all means, we can set up a live and you can all tell me your opinions. But when you're attacking someone, that's not an opinion. That's a bully up.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Comment Cafe, so I can't say. I did see something that I thought was aimed at you, which was a cartoony thing. And it was very unpleasant. Well, it was an animal depicting, and I was like, I think this is aimed at Tam.
Was it a rhino bunny?
Yes, darling, it was.
Oh,
and I thought, my God, if they did that to me, I'd be devastated.
Well, the best thing
is, they can get the rhino thing. If I showed you my Google Drive of the stuff that I had to put up with on Facebook, the rhino thing's been done for years. It does not bother me. Like, in fact, what it has done is helped me lose another 5 kilos. Like, I've been on this journey since all of TikTok started doing it. Like, I've lost a substantial amount of weight, and I am getting a gastric sleeve. And it's all thanks to you. So
you're looking amazing, Tam. Honestly, like,
thank you. I appreciate it.
I had a gastric sleeve, Tam, so if you ever need any advice, just hit me up. Yeah, I was 26.5 stone, and I'm now 9.5 stone.
What?
I did not start. That is an amazing amount of weight loss. I didn't start at 26. I was just under 23 when I started. I'm not going to tell everyone what I am now, because it's just going to ignite even more trolling.
It'll get twisted up and used against you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, it is. It is really hard, Donna. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it is bloody hard. My biggest downfall is breakfast and lunch. I didn't do any of those things. Like tea time, night time. That's when I eat. Do you know what I mean?
So my journey.
Actually, the last.
Go on, carry on.
I was going to say the last 2 days, actually, I've barely eaten because of the stress. But
Right, and that's where your problem will be, because you don't eat. When you do eat, your body holds it, and because it doesn't want to go into starvation mode. So you need to eat, and that's what you're going to have to learn yourself when you have this surgery. Because sadly, my journey wasn't wonderful. I had mine done on the NHS. I had it done on the 21st of August in 2021. I ended up, I'm going to give you some scary bits now, Tam, just so you're aware it does go wrong. I ended up in intensive care. My sister came over from Canada because they told me they didn't think I was going to make it. I was on a feeding tube up until 3 months ago. The feeding tube's now gone. I've got to have a Y bypass now because I've only got 5% of a human stomach. I don't have the 20% they leave you with.
Donna, I'm in the same boat. Wow. I had a endoscopy last week, about a month ago, and it said that they couldn't even flip the camera in my stomach because my pouch is so small it can hold less than 20 meals.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same. So now they want to do a Y endo, which means they bypass the stomach and go straight into the intestine. However, they can't guarantee that my life will not be ended, so I'm not having that. But